Happy Saturday, folks, and welcome back to Injection of Inspiration, where every single Saturday, right here on the show, I, Graham G.S. Matthews, inject you with a daily dose of motivational advice, helpful tips, and all that other great positive shit. This was something that just crossed my mind recently. I mean, this happened a while ago, but I was thinking about it just a matter of days ago, and I thought it would make for a good topic here on the show. Always giving everything 100%, but really, I didn't want to use this as the title. I guess you can kind of interpret this a number of ways, but like the show must go on. Giving everything 100% can apply to a number of different stories or circumstances or instances or experiences, whatever. The show must go on. I might just use that as the title for this video. I'm not really sure. I feel like that kind of better captures what I'm going to be going for here, even though it's not about like show business or whatever. I guess it could be. That's what the obvious direct translation of that, phrase is, that idiom, whatever. But the show must go on. No matter what, good, bad, no matter what happens, you must move on, which is why I say you always must give everything 100%. Case in point, go back about 4 years at this point, which is crazy to think about. And I've talked about it here before on the show before. In the spring of 2014, right before I was about to wrap up my freshman year of college, my grandfather passed away, and I was very close with him, so obviously it hit me hard, and I was pretty distraught for a while. I found out like a week before I was about to finish up with school. I had to go home, attend the funeral that Friday, and I had to miss a few finals and reschedule it. Obviously, needless to say, it was a fucking nightmare, and I could not have been more miserable for that entire week. Very, very upset for like about 2 weeks or so after it happened. But especially that first week was super, super rough. But again, the show must go on. You still got to be doing stuff in your everyday life. And I'm not saying don't take time to mourn, because it is absolutely important to mourn and, celebrate the lives of people and not forget about it. I guess people deal with certain things different ways, and I understand that. But to express your feelings and just kind of let it out, I think is a lot healthier. But again, just my opinion. I'm no doctor. That's just what I've gathered from personal experience. But anyway, I had to move on. I couldn't take time off from doing stuff when it comes to fucking finals and schools, school like that. You can take time off to, attend funerals and do stuff like that, and especially if you need the day to grieve. But for a lot of people, myself included, I find that the best way to deal with this type of stuff is to keep moving forward no matter what. If you're sitting around looking at pictures of people that passed away and constantly think about it, again, don't forget about it. But you got to move on with your regular daily life. Because if you don't, you're going to fall apart. You're going to be thinking about it constantly. You won't be able to do anything. You're going to be depressed and sad all the time. But if you move along with your regularly scheduled programming, your daily life, hopefully that'll help you better deal with it. Because it won't be in your mind constantly. You'll be keeping yourself busy. And again, don't forget about it or pretend it didn't even happen. That's pure denial. I'm talking about keeping yourself busy with stuff that matters. Or stuff that you enjoy doing. Or watching movies or spending time with family, trying not to think about it and, fall apart in the process. For me, that's what I had to do that week. There were several points where I just kind of sat back and thought about it and was really upset, obviously. But beyond that, I still moved forward with my radio show. I had to. I couldn't, I couldn't just stop what I was doing cold turkey because I was upset. Obviously, you can at certain points, but I couldn't just not take finals. I couldn't just not go to class. Maybe one day, I understand that, but you can't let it take control of you. You control your own life, and I've said that multiple times here before on the show. Certain things are going to happen, good, bad, whatever. You control what happens next. You control how you respond and what you do next. You either move forward or you stay put and think about the past. But you can't move forward if you're looking at the past. You can't. It's just impossible. You got to look into the future and also enjoy the present as well. Not forget about the past, learn from it, which is an entirely different lesson altogether. But when it comes to this type of stuff, the show's got to go on. You got to keep moving forward. And not only just, not to say that anything else you do is more important than your own health and happiness, but also on that same token, the best way to deal with said sadness or depression or whatever, the fact that you're upset, is to keep moving forward. And I thought, for me, that was a perfect example. That kind of sums it up in a nutshell. I was trying to think of other instances, like maybe not when you're sad or depressed. For me, it was when I was sick. And I don't really get sick all that often, just Watch me get sick after I record this. That would be awful and hilarious at the same time. But I don't really get sick all that often. I feel like I keep myself in pretty good shape in terms of not getting sick annually. I would get sick all the time my freshman year of college. I wouldn't miss any class as a result of it. Again, the show must go on. If you got a fucking cold, suck it up and go to class. I had a roommate. I had many friends that would miss class for no reason at all. They would just skip class to skip class. Oh, my stomach hurt. I'm hungover. It's like, that's your own fucking fault, first of all, the hangover. Anything else, even if it's like a cold or something, you have to rest and relax in order to allow your body to recuperate. Like, I absolutely understand that, and I recommend that 100%. But at the same time, you can't take time off for that type of stuff. I have done, maybe this show, I can't remember a time where I was sick while I was doing this show. I think I was sick when I went to go visit my girlfriend last August, about 4 or 5 months ago. I mean, that type of stuff I'm already planning on doing. I bought the ticket so many months in advance. I'm not going to not go because I'm sick, because I feel like shit. You got to keep moving forward. You know, don't put 100% in that type of stuff. I mean, I'm trying to take the not trying to take the title too literally here. When it comes to that type of stuff, don't exert your energy all in one place, especially when you're sick. But again, the show must go on. There's stuff life moves on without you. You either move forward with it or you get left in the past. So you might as well just keep moving forward with it. You could still be sick or sad or whatever, but everything else, it's not going to stop for you. People and things are still going to happen no matter what. They're not going to stop for you. Maybe, albeit briefly, for a split second, but beyond that, you just got to keep moving forward. The show goes on no matter what. So just keep that in mind. That's my 2 cents for today's injection of inspiration. I'll be back next Saturday, as always, with another new installment. I like to keep this one on the shorter side here today. But at any rate, guys, be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video. All that stuff is amazingly appreciated. That being said, have a great rest of your weekend. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.